Hi. Hello, I'm audible.
Oh, yes, sir.
Hello,
Hello.
am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Just tell me about yourself. Give the brief introduction, which include the projects that you are working on, and what are the roles and responsibilities in the project, etc.
Sir, firstly, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Puja Maske. I am from Umarkhed, belongs to Yatmal district, and I have completed my graduation in BPA in Amravati University, and I am working on Angular project in online examination. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, what are your roles and responsibilities in the current project
Yes,
and
sir, I'm working on
day-to-day activities there?
yes, sir, I'm working on a form, reactive form.
And which version of Angular are you working on?
Day to day, the admission is an admission. I'm filling the form and transform submitted data and store the data of database. Hello.
How many years of experience do you have in Angular?
Uh, Sir, 1.5 year experience.
In Angular and total experience?
I have 2 years of experience. 1 year experience in JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. And I'm working on last 8 months in Angular project.
Which version are you working on?
Angular 10.
So do you know what is the stable current version of Angular?
I think
Latest
Angular,
version.
yes, Angular 10.
How much will you rate yourself in Angular out of 5?
Out of 3, sir.
Okay. So have you worked with SAS?
I'm little bit aware about SAS, but I don't work on SAS project.
So do you know any properties from the SAS?
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to explain at that time.
Okay. Explain some properties under the text box.
Sorry.
Flex box.
Flexbox, yes. Display display flex, justify content center, in alignment, uh, flex around, flex,
Okay.
that.
So let's move towards the TypeScript. So do you know TypeScript? What is TypeScript?
TypeScript is a basically framework in JavaScript.
What are the benefits of TypeScript?
TypeScript easy to understand and reduce the code and maintainability of the application.
Okay. What is type inference in TypeScript?
Right.
Did you use interface in your project?
Sorry.
Interface. Have you
Yes.
used it in your project?
Yes.
So what is interface? type alias. Are you aware about type alias from the TypeScript?
I know that concept, but actually, I don't
Okay.
explain.
So do you have idea about prototype?
Yes, sir. Prototype means in prototype is a parent-child relation, I think. Hello.
Okay, let's move towards the JavaScript.
Yes.
What is JavaScript?
JavaScript is an object-oriented programming language, and it is used to create dynamically web pages. And it works in aliveness of the web page. Web.
What is const keyword in JavaScript?
Sorry,
Const keyword. Const.
const. The const keyword is a I think const keyword is a mm, we don't have redeclare and reassign the value of const keyword.
What is callback function?
Function which is a function which accept another value and a parameter of the function is called as callback function.
What is the need of callback function in JavaScript?
Sorry, sir.
What is the need of callback function in JavaScript? Have you used promise in your project?
Yes, sir.
So what is it?
Promise is a object in JavaScript, and in promise, we have two parameters: resolve and reject. And promise is easy to handle error handling, and it is reliability and maintenance of the code, and it is better handling asynchronous behavior of the JavaScript.
Please share your screen.
And it sir, my screen is visible for you.
Yeah. So write the syntax for promise. How it can be created.
So this is syntax, and after a promise, we have to conjugate promise in then and catch.
What is the use of catch there? Dot catch.
Suppose in promise is rejected, then catch method is consumed, and suppose promise is resolved, then catch method is resolved. and consume.
What is callback here?
Yes, sir. Callback means suppose we have multiple function, that is a nested function, and that nested function creates a pyramid-like structure. And that structure is it is hard to handle errors and behavior of that program. Then execute that is called as callback function, and that callback function no, callback help, and that problem is overcome by using promise.
So let's take an array there at the 11th line. So write an array having some numbers.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yeah, 12 number duplicate there. So write repeatedly 12 once again that array 12 after 12.
After 12.
Write the 12 number two times in the array.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Again 56. Okay. So now write a function that will return a new array which will not have the duplicate numbers. It will have only the exact numbers, not repeatedly there.
Okay. Is that correct, sir?
Okay, thanks. So now take an object there on 24th line.
Object.
Object, any object having key value pairs there.
Hello, sir. Your voice is breaking.
Okay. So write a object there,
Yes.
take some key value pairs there.
Yes, sir.
Now write a function or any method, do you know, to return an array of having the only keys of that object.
Only keys.
Yeah, we should get the array of keys of that object. So our output will be having F name and age. These are the two elements in in that array.
Okay, sir, I don't remember.
What is closure?
Uh, Closure is a object in JavaScript, and it is used to access the outer function. Which
Can
is
you
used,
write the code for that?
yes, sir. That fun one is return function definition. And suppose we have to declare a function. Suppose we have to declare a function in F12 and call function F1, fun1,
Okay, fine.
then return. Yes.
Okay, let's move towards next concept. Uh, by how many ways we can copy the objects in JavaScript?
Copy object.
How can we copy the object? By how many ways?
Sorry.
Do you know shallow copy, deep copy?
Yes, sir.
Can you elaborate it?
I know that concept, but actually I don't
Okay.
learn.
Have you ever used call apply bind in JavaScript? Call method apply, method bind. Do you know?
Sorry, Pranav.
What is JSON?
Typically, JSON is a JavaScript object notation, and it is used to transforming and storing the data of the web. And it has two methods, JSON.path and JSON.stringify. Suppose we have to convert data string into JavaScript object, then we can use JSON.parse. And suppose we have to convert data JavaScript object into string. That time we have to use parse JSON.stringify.
Do you know Ajax? What is Ajax?
That's RHS.
Ajax.
Sorry, sorry, sorry.
What is strict mode in JavaScript? Strict mode.
Click more. Sorry.
Have you used async await?
Yes.
So what is it?
The async await is the type of an promise. Then we have to execute the code of program. Async await is I think blocking the code.
Can you write that?
Sorry, sir.
Okay, let's move towards the Angular.
Mm.
So do you know the difference between Angular JS and the versions after the Angular JS? Or you can take the example of Angular 10. So what is the difference between Angular JS and Angular 10?
I don't know difference of Angular JS and 10. Basically, I work in only Angular 10, so that's why I think Angular JS.
Okay. So what is Angular basically?
But Angular is a open source code of JavaScript and it written in TypeScript. And Angular is a single page application.
What is single page application?
Single page application means we have to refresh the page and we have to route in or navigate in next page. Then next page that site is not render. All code is a single page in a single page.
So why do we use Angular when we have a JavaScript there for creating the web applications or websites?
There is reduce in Angular reduce the code and we have to split the code in multiple components.
So what are the advantages there? Any advantage? Code reduction, one advantage.
Yes.
Any another?
Introduction and it is easy to maintain maintainability of the code.
So what is Angular CLI?
With the help of Angular CLI, we have to install the project and Angular CLI provides the Angular framework.
What are the basic building blocks of Angular?
Main building blocks of Angular is module, directive, service, routing, data binding.
What is component in Angular?
So basically, components is a main building app and main building block of component. And suppose we have to create a component, then create four files: template file, TypeScript file, spec file, and CSS file.
Can you write the syntax for component?
Syntax.
You can
New
write
gen
it in Notepad++ also.
generate component or syntax.
Just open the Notepad++. Hello.
Yes.
I'm not being able to see the Notepad++ there.
Okay.
Have you shared it?
Yes. Yes. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, just write the syntax, how the component is created. Only the TypeScript file there, where we build our logic. Not command. So how component looks like? You can say the TypeScript file of that component only. You don't need to write the code or write the file, template file there, or any file. Only TypeScript file where we build our logic component.
Manually created component.
Yeah, we are not creating here the component. We just want here syntax. So what is there? Actually, we write the class there, TypeScript class, and we make that class as a component. Are you
Sorry,
getting that?
sir. No, sir.
What
Because
is
I use
component?
CLI
Component.
command.
Okay. So what is component decorator?
Push output decorator.
What is decorator in Angular?
Decorator means that is relationship between input parent and child. Input decorator and output decorator.
So do you know how many types of decorators are in Angular? You said like input decorator,
Input
output decorator. Another ones are there.
injectable decorator.
So what is the use of injectable decorator?
Suppose we have to create a service and that service is injected. That time we have to use injected decorator and inside injected decorator provided the root path is root.
Do you know the modules in Angular? What is module?
Yes, sir. Basically, model is a class in Angular, and it is used to sorry,
What is ng module?
model is used as suppose we have suppose we have two application, and that application the components in alignment, center, header, and footer, heading, center, right there. So ng model is used for CSS purpose.
What is data binding in Angular?
Data binding. Data binding means suppose the TypeScript data is used in HTML, so that time we have to use data binding.
By how many ways we can bind the data from template to TypeScript file and from TypeScript file to template?
There are 4 types of data binding. That is property binding, event binding, string interpolation, and two-way data binding. That is the banana in the box.
So what is directive?
Basically, directive is a class in Angular, which is used to manipulate the DOM and add new data in existing data.
Have you created a custom directive in your project for any purpose? How can we create a custom directive? Do you have idea? What are pipes in Angular?
Pipes is a simple function in Java Angular. By using pipe, we can transform the data.
So what are the
TSI.
built-in pipes in Angular?
Sorry,
Built-in pipes available in Angular.
built-in pipe.
Sorry?
Built-in pipe. Sorry, I didn't okay.
Built-in pipe means they are not created by customly available or directly given by the Angular. So have you used date pipe, uppercase, lowercase pipes? Okay, fine. What is dependency injection?
Dependency injection, yes. Dependency injection, suppose we have to create a service, and that service is used to another component. That is the purpose of communicate between two different components. That time we have to inject service in constructor. That is called as dependency injection.
So how many ways are there to communicate between the components in Angular?
By using service routing, service routing and
Do you know routing?
yes, sir.
What is it?
The routing means it allows to to create a single page application, and by using routing, we have to communicate between two different components. Um, and it is and two, we have to communicate two different component, and it is used to navigate purpose by one component to another component.
So have you worked on HTTP client module in your project?
Sir, I know HTTP client model.
So have you created, I think in your introduction you said that you worked on the Angular forms, right? Do you know Angular forms?
Yes, sir.
Please explain.
It's types of two forms, either templating forms and reactive form.
So what are the differences?
The templating form is templating form. Suppose in future we have to um, not change the value and not change the task on template form, but in reactive form is dynamically changed. Um, the data will be changed one by one.
Have you worked on authentication? What are route guards?
Or chart and can activate.
So what is the use of can activate?
The can activate method is used as for example, we have to login page. We have to create a login page, and the user will be first time log it in that page. The we have to authentication in their page. So the login is user is login first time. So we need to authorization of that user.
Okay. What is observable?
Basically, observable is a concept in RSJS. And suppose we have to sending messages between uh, two different users or two different components. At that time, we have to use observable.
And what about subject?
Subject. Subject.
Not use subject. Are you not aware about subject? It is also from RxJS. Okay, fine. No issue. What is view child decorator? View child.
Child.
View child, yes.
Sir, I think view child decorate is a part of routing. Suppose one component that is product component, and in that product component, suppose we have to multiple components and we have to navigate that multiple components. That time we have to use few child.
Can you write here component decorator as a syntax? So what, which type of object is there in that decorator? We write, you know that we write at the rate symbol there before the component name, before the decorator name. Can you write at the rate component parenthesis like this? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So actually, the current version of Angular is Angular 14.
Okay.
Okay. And do you know some new features in Angular 14? So have you worked with Angular lifecycle hooks, component lifecycle hooks?
Life cycle. I don't know, sir.
Like ng animate?
Yes, enjoy.
Okay. The last question is, why are you switching the current job?
Sorry, sir.
Why are you switching current job?
Sir, if you because of my personal development, and I have to gain knowledge for Angular, and I have to explore myself. So that's why I have exchanged current job.
Okay, I have done from my side. Do you have any question for me?
Yes, sir, in Angular, any suggestion for me?
Yeah. So of course there is some improvement. So you will have to code most of the time, or decorators, like you know, the our basic building blocks like components, then directives, pipes, are nothing but the TypeScript classes basically. And when we attach the decorators over these classes, like suppose we are taking the example of pipe there. So pipe is also a decorator. When we attach this pipe decorator with the TypeScript class, so that class will act as a pipe there, custom pipe you can say. So all these things you know very well, but you will have to practice more for these things. And because we know that the rule for this learning the coding is nothing but only coding, code, nothing the other alternative is. So just keep the concentration on practicing all these things. So the theoretical knowledge of Angular is nice, but you need to improve your coding also. JavaScript knowledge is good there. So this is from my side. And nice talking with you. Thank you.
Yes, sir.